We don't have no. Hi.
Hey.
Hello. It's me.
Oh gosh. I think we're live.
We're live because I just got a
Hey
notification,
guys.
Hi.
This is Late Night Taboo with Lady Stiletto, and I am, of course, Lady Stiletto, and we're here with Niecy Dash.
She's mad at me. Hi guys.
Who is the reason why we're like 10 minutes late this time, you know what I mean? But it's cool, it's okay. So it's alright. Nobody values time around here. It's okay. You know?
I'm sorry.
And my time is ticking. You know, that could have been my last 10 minutes of life. And it would have just been wasted.
Stop it.
To come
I went to go get a coffee, guys. I had to get a coffee. I've been up all day. I'm sorry.
But it's
All
cool.
right, guys.
It's cool. It's good.
I missed you guys, though.
I would like to say, just to give a quick apology for last week, we had some technical difficulties. You know how it is when you're watching a live show. It's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. So, you know, it is. And we're still having technical difficulties. Like, Late Night Taboo just cannot go without any issues. But you're here anyway. And if you're here, then that means there's something that you're digging. So I'm just glad that you're here with us, vibing with us, chilling with us, digging with us. We got some good topics. We're going to try and regurgitate, if you will, last week's topics. If I can remember some of the points that we were making last week, we'll get into that. And then I also want to talk about Valentine's Day and the commercialization of Valentine's Day, the things that it's supposed to represent and what it's become. So there's kind of been lots of things going on. We've been spit spot for the past month, just trying to get everything going and situated, and you know, it is what it is. So we are going to try our best to have a clean show where there's no issues and we can have a clear discussion. Shouts out to everybody that's in the chat. I can't really see who's in there just yet, but if you could just sound off some names.
DL, hey, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. And Brianna.
What's up, Bray Bray? So, yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And there was a lot of stuff streaming on Facebook. We'll get to that, though. And I'm going to give you guys a piece today. I haven't done it in a while. It'll probably be one that I've done before, so don't get excited. I do have one that I've been working on. I think I gave you guys a piece of it like a few weeks back, but I'm still not done with it. I haven't had time to play with it, but I think that I will have something ready for you next week. But before we get into that portion of the show, this is our Pillow Talk Hour, and I'm gonna read the piece in the Pillow Talk Hour because that's what you do when you pillow talk. You talk about some shit. So I'm gonna read my piece, but before I do, you know how we do when you watch a Late Night Taboo. Get comfortable, light your candles, turn off your lights, turn up your phone, your iPad, whatever you're watching the show on. Get comfortable, get your drink, and, you know, vibe with us for a minute, dig with us. So, there's a few things that I want to talk about in our Pillow Talk Hour. One of them being the Grammys. I'm not normally a watcher of the Grammys, but there was so much buzz about it. I wanted to kind of be in the know this time and not get secondhand information. So I caught a good portion of it. But we'll discuss that. Before we do, though, how am I down to like 20% battery? Wow. Before we do, though, Miss Niecy Dash, what's your week been like? What's happening since the last show? Maybe even the show before, because last week we were stuck in like the mannequin challenge, like the entire show. So, what's going on? What's happening? What's digging with your vibe? And what's
Okay, so I went for the first time, I actually drove to PA.
Nice.
And that was, you know what it was? My friend was like, it's going to take 2 hours. So let me just tell you guys where we're from. We're from Jersey City, obviously. Driving to maybe Jersey Gardens feels like 2 hours. It feels like not that it is, but it feels like, right?
Mm-hmm.
PA doesn't feel like 2 hours. It feels like 5 hours on your foot. Your foot died.
You drove by yourself?
I drove by myself. There was no other drivers. We got a rental. There was no other. Oh, okay, Bobby. Bobby said we're at. Okay, let me let me just tell you, we were in PA, Pennsylvania. So as we're driving up there, we're driving in the dark. We left at 10 o'clock. We didn't get there until about 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. And it's deep.
Wait. Why did y'all leave so late to go to PA?
Because she wanted to be there by Saturday. She wanted to be there by Saturday, not Saturday late in the afternoon. She wanted to be there by Saturday. Anywho, we drove, and all you can see is like it's so dark and it's twists and turns, and she's like, "Oh, this is like a roller coaster." Bitch, no, it's not for the person that's driving. I'm like, I can't even see.
I just asked her if she drove by herself, and she said, yeah, I meant, did you drive with someone in the car?
Oh, well, I had people in the car. I had my friend, of course, I had Sierra. I'm sorry, I had Sierra, and then I had her 2 kids in the back.
Oh, okay.
But as far as driving, like switching turns, I thought you meant, like, was there another driver? No. It was just me driving, and all I could see was Bambi's, like, jumping in the middle. And we took a rental, so all I could do was just hope that we get back and forth. I had a great time. We went to this club. It wasn't even the club. The club was about maybe this side and then across the street as well. But it was a small club, and we had a great time, and we partied, and then we left the next day. I was exhausted. And then I think I got home just in time because Brianna's bringing it up. She's talking about the Grammys.
Yeah.
And she's talking about my girl. First off, my girl Beyonce, and I watched the Grammys just in time, so I did get home. I'm not sure if she's gonna be if you're not a big Beyonce fan, but you will go missing if you don't say that. So we had fun. I had fun. I had got back in time maybe around 7 o'clock. We watched the Grammys just in time, and I was exhausted. But otherwise than that, I had a pretty fun weekend driving to PA for my very first time.
Awesome
Also my very last time.
It was only 2 hours. Jeez.
It really did not feel that way. I left at 10 o'clock. I didn't get there till 3 o'clock.
You know what it is, though? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. You cannot do a long-distance drive and leave late. Because what happens, especially in the wintertime, what happens is it feels like you're driving forever because there is no change in lighting. If you start out when there's like some light, as it gets dark, then you feel like, okay, I've accomplished something. But if you're already in the dark,
let me explain something.
It kind of just makes you feel like...
So we left Sunday at 1 o'clock. While it was raining and cloudy.
Okay, that doesn't help though. It
did not help
because
the
it's still
scenery
dark,
did not change,
and it's still gloomy.
It was bright. It was bright. You know what I
monotonous.
mean? It wasn't dark rainy, but it was like bright
It's
rainy.
Still rainy. Like
it was like still like I could see everything, but I was just
I wanted to be in bed. Like it makes a difference.
I hope my condolences to the people that got into an accident, but we actually saw a whole tractor trailer turn over. It looked something like a movie, so we just had to pray. But I hope that everyone's okay. It was like it looked just like, if you could imagine a movie, the whole tractor trailer was over. So I hope my condolences to the people. I hope they're okay. I hope everybody's okay. But we prayed and we got home safe, thank God. But otherwise, not how did your Valentine's Day go?
Oh my God. I mean, it went well for the most part. I got some pretty cool gifts.
I saw you post all smiles.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the smiles?
I got some flowers. I got some candy. Like, I came home and there was like a table full of treats, and I also got a car. So I mean, it's pretty cool Valentine's Day.
Don't dumb it down. I hate people like that. I got some cards. I got some Yeah, it was like it was some balloons, and meanwhile it'd be like a whole big thing, and they try to like dumb it down for a single people.
I'm not trying to dumb it down. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people was on suicide watch yesterday. Like, I'm not trying to create no suicidals, you know. But
I had made a video.
You want to read the question because not everybody is psychic. You know,
What?
You're responding to whatever was in the chat.
No, somebody said, "Hey, what's up?" Proverbial hater said, "What's up?" And I said, "What's up?"
You were about to respond to something.
No, I wasn't. I just said, "What's up?" That's it. You see how you jumping down my throat?
She was about to say something else. She was about to tell a whole story, and I'm like,
yeah, because I was saying to you that I made a video. Jeez. I made a video and I put Celine Dion all by myself with the chocolates. I was like, all by myself. Okay. All right. That's cool. She's not going to laugh at it. That's fine. But, yes, people like to dumb it down, but it was the one day where I found out most of my friends had boyfriends and they didn't represent them the rest of the year. I'm like, oh, look.
This is the thing that kills me. We're going to talk about this later on in the show, but I am a little weary about... Hey, guys. I'm a little weary about the whole love bomb that goes off on Valentine's Day. I'm concerned about the other 364 days out the damn year, okay? Like... Are we spreading love throughout the year? Or is this like the only time that love kind of blossoms, you know, where there's any signs of life force in love? Like
everybody pretends they single up until
me.
Up until Valentine's Day. And by the way, I hate the people that get engaged on Valentine's Day. It's so freaking commercial.
Why?
I feel like
I got engaged on Valentine's Day.
It's so freaking commercial. I feel like you should do it on a regular day. Y'all ain't expecting that.
I got engaged.
Babe, you want some Chinese food? And I got a ring for you.
Years ago. Years and years and years and years. On Valentine's Day. And it was unexpected. It wasn't something that, I mean, of course I said yes at the time, you know. But I didn't feel anything. And it was so cliche because that year Kelly Price came out with that song, He Proposed to Me. So yeah, like around the same time too. It was just, don't judge me. I'm gonna need you not to. This is the judge-free zone, people. I'm gonna need you not to judge me. Don't judge me. Don't hate. Don't judge. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not judging. I just think it's very. I just think that one day out of the year, you shouldn't really go all out.
Okay. No, we gotta save this. We gotta cut it here because it's gonna continue on, and I really need to get some valid points out about Valentine's Day, especially to women who are watching. You need to absorb what I have to say to you today about Valentine's Day. So we're gonna scoot you right along. We're gonna talk about the Grammys, and contrary to what Miss Dash would like to believe about me disappearing, at least if I disappear, y'all know why. I'm gonna leave y'all some breadcrumbs so y'all can find my body. Okay. I did not catch the Beyonce performance initially. I had made up in my mind that I was not going to watch the Grammys because I'm very conscious about what I watch on TV, what I absorb from the radio. I'm just one of those energy conscious people. So I get annoyed easy. I get frustrated easy. And I'm very sensitive to certain stuff. So it just makes my life easier to not, get caught up in too much of, commercialized stuff. However, I caught it. I watched a piece of it towards the end. I think I came in when, what is her name? I think Katy Perry. I came in when she performed. So apparently this was after the Beyonce performance and everyone was kind of blowing up the timeline with this performance that she gave. So me being who I am, of course, I had to see it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Beyonce perform in the past, and I've done some research on her and her performances. And watching her perform, it scares me. It was entertaining, but almost immediately, if you go to like Google and YouTube, I've seen so many videos connecting that performance to satanic ritualization. So that was a little nerving, because she is someone who has openly admitted that she submits herself to a deity, and it's you just gotta listen to what people say sometimes, and you have to look at what they do, and you have to observe and kind of a lot of the symbolism in the performance.
No, it wasn't satanic at all. It was very
if you do the history and the research.
No, I did the research.
You don't have to.
It was
very African. You didn't. I promise you,
it was not satanic at all. At all.
People automatically believe that satanic means you flash a whole bunch of red. Mm-mm. And you're worshiping like I believe, a chicken that no. The head
I believe
gets cut off in the middle of a star.
Beyonce do that's very demonic. I'm not gonna lie, but that performance was not.
This is how
satanic.
This is how Satan get y'all.
Nah,
this how.
I know that they work for the certain people of the industry, but
all I'm saying is,
you know what? I'm not even gonna say that out loud because I don't want to go missing at all.
What you absorb and what you see. That's all I'm saying.
It was very African. It was very in touch with your African roots if you do the history and the research about it as well.
You can't be one-sided though. It's not just. I mean, you have to be okay. I mentioned Magicians. Have you guys watched Magicians before? It comes on Sci-Fi. It is about people who are naturally gifted with magic. Like it's magic, but they're calling them like warlocks and witches, like the nice form of it, I guess. It's a fiction show, and it shows just if your mind is open to things like that, how something that is represented in simplicity can be a lot more than you take it for. And I think that when you take something simple like the little symbols that we see throughout the world, I'm not even just talking about this performance, but I'm talking about signs, constant symbols that we are given to of caution that is kind of just brushed off because it coincidentally matches with something else. What better way for a wolf to pass for a sheep unless it puts on sheep's clothing? Like, all I'm saying is you have to be very careful. You have to be very, very careful when you're absorbing certain stuff, and the energy that comes from it is more important than the so-called message. This is how a lot of the music industries and the artistries, and this is where a lot of creative expression is getting lost, because there's so many hidden meanings and things within what's going on. It's like a dream within a dream, and you can accept it or reject it, but I'm not someone who just takes things for what it's worth. I watched the performance, and we
both watched the same performance.
But I'm saying I didn't watch it. I'm saying I just saw it today. But what I'm saying to you is, before even looking into the history of it and looking into the connections that it was supposed to make and the connections that people were getting from it.
So Bobby,
can I finish my thought?
Okay, finish your thought.
Gosh darn it. Now I forgot. Go ahead. What Bobby say? Damn it.
Bobby said, Jazz, you know Bay do double worshiping. I do know Bay does double worshiping. However,
she just don't want her body to be missing. That's the only reason why she's saying this right now. I'm telling you.
No, I just don't think I should have to agree with everything that somebody says.
I'm not saying you gotta
just
agree.
For the sake of everybody's sake, just to be okay. Here's what I said. I said that I looked it up and I did the same type of
I'm sure you
situation.
did the same research I did. I promise you did.
And okay, well, just because you believe in one thing doesn't mean
I didn't say no. I didn't say that. Right, I believed in it or not. All I'm saying is,
anywho, the
I'm saying is
situation that I saw just doesn't mean that it was devil worshiping.
All I'm saying
sometimes you have to look it up. Now
you're right.
I did the same thing. I looked it up the same way, and I don't think it was a devil worshiping situation. Now we both got two different opinions about it. Take it as
first of all, I never once said it was devil worshiping. Not once.
If you say demonic and satanic is the same. No, it goes hand in hand.
You're not taking it.
If you say shoplifting or stealing, it's still the same. You're not taking in what I'm saying.
I didn't say.
Am I saying the wrong?
I did not
say.
People.
I'm just gonna drink my coffee.
What I said was automatically people were connecting the performance with.
You said that it was some demonic and satanic things going on in that performance. Did you not say that?
I said there was representation. There was things streaming on the internet that had connected the two together.
You said in that performance. Did you not say in that performance?
Did I not say that in doing the research that people were connecting the two together? That's what I said.
Okay, no problem.
You have to look at the performance, and that's why I said you make your own judgment. Look it up for yourself. But again, you have to be careful at what you take in. There is hidden meaning in so many different things, even regular videos that we watch today. There are, back when we were younger and they had records, people used to spin the records backwards to get a message from people who supposedly practice that kind of ritual, anything ritualistic. It doesn't have to, you just have to make your own choice. All I said was, I saw the performance, and you have to be very careful of what you absorb and what you take in. You can't always say, oh yeah, this is what I saw, this is what it is. Sometimes there's deeper meanings. You don't have to understand it. You can connect it in whatever way you want to. You're meant to receive it and translate it in your own way. All I'm saying, I'm not just talking about this performance, and I said it several times already. It's not just this. It's everything. You have to pay attention to signs and how they connect to one another. A lot of people are taking pictures and they're using this to help, explain the representation of what was said and what was done. But if you're just taking those pictures and saying, oh yeah, she looks like the goddess such and such and such, and this is what she did, instead of looking at the performance as a whole and some of the things that she did in the performance that had other meanings and other definitions behind what she did, then you will understand where I'm coming from.
Did you watch the whole performance?
Yes,
or did
I watched the entire Grammy performance. It was 9 minutes and 2 seconds long. I watched it on YouTube prior to going deeper into what it ritualistically could represent. I didn't just watch that video. I watched that video and 20 others that connected the video, and some of them said, oh, look at this, and it's the goddess, and it's the sun, and it's this, and it's that. But when you look at her history, what she has openly expressed and represented, you know that the performance that she gave was not just the performance that everybody is having shit to
okay,
do.
but people had two different meanings or something. Just because you saw what you thought you saw And
I'm
what
not
you
saying
saying
this is
and whatever history of things that you looked up doesn't mean that that's the same interpretation. That's the thing about art.
And I want you to take that in, and I want you to absorb your same words.
This is what art is. Art is if you look at the
words.
same picture and you see, like we got a picture right here with the man playing the piano. Doesn't necessarily mean that man is feeling the piano. Just means you can see a different interpretation from what what the picture is. Just because me and you are looking at the same picture doesn't mean that we see the same view of it. Boom. That's it.
Did I not say that from the beginning? But I said you have to be careful of what you absorb. You're taking it the wrong way because you're a B fan. That's fine.
I'm not a B fan. I'm saying I respect her as an artist, but I'm not a B fan. There's a difference. I just don't think that because there's a certain way of thinking of things that I should have to agree with them.
If I take a black marker and I scribble a white duck, it's still a white duck on the black marker. Like
I just said, if you see art, it doesn't mean that it's the same thing from what you see. What you think you see is a duck. What somebody else see is something else. That doesn't mean that it's a duck. What the hell you mean? If somebody sees something different, it doesn't mean that they see the same thing. That's art. That's what art does. If you're writing something and somebody else sees a view of what you wrote, doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong. That means that's the view and interpretation they took it as.
I gave you a clear...
That's not wrong.
No, I gave a clear example.
That's not wrong.
No, I didn't... First of all, pause. We're not talking right and wrong.
We are.
No, we're not.
We are.
No.
We are.
You are.
You're not taking my opinion for just being an opinion, and you're going to keep repeating what you're saying to validate that it's right. It's not.
You're right.
It's your view and how you see it, and how I see things are different from how you see things.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. But if I'm saying there's a white duck,
here we go.
It's still a duck. I don't care how you.
We both look at this picture right now. The picture is a man with a piano. We both see it's a man with a piano. Doesn't mean the interpretation of the man with the piano means that it's just a man playing the piano.
People.
There are several different interpretations of the thing
in a different way, and it's been that way before. What I'm saying to you is that a duck is going to be a duck. You can't look at it and say, oh, no, it's a dog because I'm looking at it from a different view. This is why I use the representation of a duck and not an abstract art piece. I'm not talking about an art piece. I'm saying sometimes a duck is just a duck. You can color it any way you want to color it. It's still a duck at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If at the end of the day, just because you have an opinion that you see a duck, doesn't necessarily mean it is a duck. However people see things doesn't necessarily mean they see it the same as you do. You can't do that, bro.
We're not talking about an opinion of a duck.
You can't do that. It can't be just your opinion only. That's just not how that works.
We're not talking about an opinion
of a duck. The world is not, somebody thought the world was flat. Am I correct? And then somebody said the world was round. Then they had a battle and debate about that. Either way, it was a world, right?
If you pluck the feathers off a duck, then it's a dog. Okay, no problem.
Okay,
no problem.
I'll just be quiet for the rest of the show.
It's you. What you're saying?
Like, it makes no sense.
Saying, you're making a debate out of something that I'm not trying to make a debate. You're saying
I'm not making a debate.
Yes,
I'm simply saying to you that my opinion is not invalid because of how you're seeing it. If I said that it's not demonic to me, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means that how I saw Beyonce's thing and I looked it up the same way. I didn't see it that way. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. We just both saw the same view, saw the same performance. Doesn't mean it was the same. Boom.
I didn't say that you had to agree or that you had to have the same view.
No, but you're going to keep repeating it until it becomes an agreeable situation. Are you not doing that right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You're doing that right now.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I am not.
Okay.
I sure am not.
Okay.
That is not what's happening. Anywho, what's going on in the chat? What's the views from the people in the chat?
It says, I love the fight. Bobby said, I love the fight. I'm hearing jazz tonight. Black people worship Ra, Seth, Isis, and way before the Bible. Your ancestors are created those gods. 6-1 KJ Bible from Proverbial Hater. The nice little battle we got here. Henny Hardaway Jr. says, nah, it's fact that pre-slave trade African religion science are now called voodoo as a way of pushing Christianity onto slaves. And Henny said, good angle, Jazz. And Bobby said, it's debatable so far. And Proverbial said, Freemasonry is directory, white, black Egyptian mystery of schools. And this is too long of a name, but I'm just going to go with C. Powell because it used to be that name. Says Stiletto going to be the first. Oh, I'm not going to read that one.
No, good.
Stiletto going to be the first one to suck Hershey syrup off a nigga gang in outer space.
Yeah. Yes.
Bobby said facts. Proverbial said, get that N-word, Jazz. And they said, and then not even when she tell y'all be better as friends, said, yo, I still want a threesome. That's C. Powell. And Kaiser said, damn, Jazz using those ghetto hands. Bobby said, we may have a classic battle on our hands.
Oh, here we go. That's what y'all looking for, is a real fight.
And
get out of here.
It says, Kaiser rebattled by Jazz. Jazz performing like a hitman. I am not.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, twerk. Whatever Gloozy was, underwhelming. Great show so far, Bobby says. And Jakob saying, what are we talking about? San Pablo. Hey, San Pablo. I didn't even just see love is love. And Kaiser said, my nigga Pablo. Oh, okay.
All right, so just to catch you up on those who are just joining us, we were talking about the Grammys and one of the iconic debatable performances that happened with Beyonce. So since the performance, it has completely blown up, and there's just been so many controversial views on what we were actually viewing. And the point was that not just this performance, that you have to be conscious about what you watch, what you take in, and what it represents. Because it could be one thing, it could be another. And Jazz basically said, nah, that wasn't it. I saw it as something different, which was fine. And my point was that sometimes when you have something that is already defined in definition, and I use something simple like a duck, you can't look at a duck from different views.
Do you see what you're doing? Do you see how you're not doing the same thing that I just said? Did I not just say you was going to repeat your opinion again?
I can repeat until it was valid. If I want to.
Until it was valid. Like, we could have been dropped this and moved on to the next topic. We're going to be sitting arguing about your verbal opinion.
No, we are not.
Until we are.
No, we are not. Again, I got cut off. The girl, whoever it was.
We heard you like 300 times about the same thing about how you felt.
Did you not just read a comment that said, what are we discussing?
Right.
And that's all I did. So I can't
times.
Complete my view is basically what you're saying.
No, you repeated your view 3 times in a row.
And this person obviously didn't hear the view the 3 times that I repeated it.
Okay, well, then we can rewatch the episode because she already repeated it like 3 or 4 times about her opinion.
Again, thank you.
3 or 4 times.
We welcome you for coming in. It's obviously a good debate because there's already so many different views about it.
Obviously, Stiletto opinion. Stiletto opinion is valid. I'm not saying it's not valid.
Yeah, she is.
What I'm saying, I'm saying
that because I don't agree, or we not in agreement.
I'm saying that we had two totally different views on what we saw.
I'm seeing it from several different views.
What I'm saying is that she can see her view. What I'm saying is you can see your view from whatever you saw. I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is what I seen, I didn't see.
And I could just acknowledge
that, and we can sweep it up
and I did not discredit that.
And move on to the next topic.
But for some reason, you feel like I am discrediting your view.
You are. You do that. Okay.
I am not.
All right. No problem. Because it's
I am not.
All right. No problem.
And moving right along. One of the other performances that was a big smash was the whole thing with Bruno Mars. He did a Prince tribute, and this was something that a lot of people was already saying was big time. You know, it was something big because when Prince initially died, they had so many different people paying tribute to him that really didn't give him, you know, his just cause. And yesterday he put on, or not yesterday, when the Grammys came on, he put on a stellar performance, and they did he did somebody help me out with the Bruno Mars do for Prince tribute with the guitar solo at the end. It's gonna come to me. Anywho, he did the performance and everybody raved over that. The other thing was that Adele swept the Grammys. She won quite a few that night. Also got Album of the Year, and she rededicated that album. She declined the award, but she did the George Michael's tribute, and they are actually from the same area. You know, they did. I don't know if you would consider it the same genre of music, but she was very emotional and very kind of, you know, just over the top. Like, you know, she really wanted to do good. So she swore a couple times while she was doing the performance, and then she gave her apology to the audience or whatever, and it was pretty cool. So I normally don't watch stuff like that, and I didn't plan on watching it that night, but, you know, from what I saw, it was okay and it was pretty cool, but there was just a lot of stuff, you know, that sent alarm bells off. Like, just to kind of watch the behavior in the audience, and a lot of these things that had meaning behind the meaning. So, you know, it was interesting to say the least, and it was nice to be able to understand what people were talking about when they were actually talking about it. So it was pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know. We had the Valentine's Day thing.
Brianna said, let's talk about CeeLo and why he was on the red carpet looking like 24 Karat Magic.
Okay, so I was thrown for a loop with CeeLo. Did he perform? Did he even perform that night? Because I didn't catch the entire thing. I would hope, because he was dressed like a human Golden Globe, that he had some other purpose for being there other than spraying himself in gold. Like, I was confused at what it was supposed to mean. And I think if I was to take something symbolic from it, is to basically say that they're all robots. Like, that's kind of the message that I got. Like, you often hear artists say, you know, you guys don't understand the music. Y'all don't understand what happens, you know, when it comes to, you know, just getting the music out. So I don't know if that was just like a protest or an indirect means to, I don't know. What do y'all think it was? Like, I'm still confused. I saw the picture and I saw somebody holding his hand, and I wasn't exactly sure it was him at first until I don't know. I'm thrown. If y'all got some ideas or suggestions y'all can offer, I'm willing to take it in, because I'm completely lost by that one too. Who else? There was something, the Busta Rhymes and who is that? The group. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They did this whole representation, Tribe Called Quest. They did this whole representation and music with the band, and they had all these people of different backgrounds and ethnicities come out in connection with, you know, what they were discussing, or what the message that they were trying to get through. And that was another one that got some rave reviews and some political lashback, you know, by what it was supposed to stand for. And the performance by Chase the Rapper. Now, I am not a Chase the Rapper follower. Like, I didn't know much about him, but I thought the performance was extremely good. I thought it was very good for what he was, I guess, trying to. Everybody had like a message behind what they were doing on stage, but I see why he got the accolades that he got that night, because it was really good. And I think that's the first time that I've actually seen him perform. I seen the Kit Kat commercials, and I didn't get it at first. The rapper, you know, rapping, like, it was just, I got it now, but it took me a minute to get. Other than that, I don't know. I think we can kind of go into the main part of our discussion tonight, but we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to deliver that piece for you guys, and then we'll go into tonight's topic. And it'll be a combination of what we were talking about last week and also Valentine's Day, talking about yesterday and what it represents. So we'll be back. Don't go nowhere. There's more to come.
It's all bait, I'm leaning with my niggas, but see our pockets, it's all straight. And I hate living fast, but these dollars don't got no pace. The faster the money, the faster it's gone. It's no case, feel like the ops been trying to box me, so I stay low, leave no trace. But I stay blunted, be lying if I said I saw this coming. I ain't playing out to be the nigga that I'm becoming, but support my bad habits. Houdini with the bars, it's craft magic. Whoever set goals, just let them have it. So rest easy to the ones that thought they had it back when JR was freestyling above average. Cause half these clowns ain't really up to par. Now as I set the bar, I'm thinking all these niggas would know better. They wave hot, well that's cool, my shit just flow better. It's easy to say you gon' break bread when the hustle break you. You either dine real or play dead. We ain't really condoning all that fake shit. The lefty take over, so man it's only right I shake shit. But watch them fall under. It's my season now to bring that heat, since half the ones that's talking slept on me all summer.
Yeah. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. What? That's the 100 real quick. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Yeah. Let me talk my shit. What?
Your boss is cut, but you call your bluff. Mobbing keep them hoodies like a tux. Couple things I give two fucks about. My head is high, if I could fly, I would know my way around the sky. Cause I done took a couple flights to Cloud9. Get my squad up, stack bundles, opposites think that it's a crime. Well, trained to go, always got the green light. See me rise, not your average boy, I think I died. Remember God saw me as an icon in my next life. Loyal to the ones that fight with me, ride with me, vibe with me, down to motherfucking die with me. Life's a bitch, I gotta buy a leash equivalent to a beast. Nothing's out my reach. Wave make a nigga jump right off his seat. When I'm in my zone, I realize everything ain't what it seems. Ain't what it seems, no.
Shout that nigga goes up.
smoking. Spooky, I'm a big old nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Spooky, I'm a big old nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Huh? Got dope teenagers, infants ready to blow. Don't ask mission. They love a nigga. They just go. I'm gangbanger from up top CEO. Spooky, I'm a big old nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Got dope teenagers, infants ready to blow. Don't ask mission. They love a nigga. They just go. I'm gangbanger from up top CEO. Shout out to my loot guys, hanging out that loot side. The city don't fuck with me, so fuck it, just fuck y'all. Talking this support shit like a Muslim talking pork shit. I'm a real nigga in this trap shit, no shorts, bitch. I'm a real nigga in this rap shit, that's a fact. Don't get killed over this rap shit for no act. But I'ma keep on winning, I'ma keep on shining, cause they don't like that. Stop all the hate shit, fake shit, cause I don't like that. Shout out to my slutty niggas, talking about trailing them. That's Debo, that's D-Wild, that's Do, baby. To my brothers, different mothers, different fathers, different true, baby. This is real niggas, I can make a call and come through, baby. I'm talking about pillar shit, pull up and get your feeling shit. Shout out to the real niggas, that can feel the shit. The haters say I'm ass, real niggas say I'm killing shit. I'm in my back, dream chase, feeling like Miller shit. Just bought a new whip, looking like Cool Whip. Panoramic roof, hanging out with my new bitch. About to go shopping, Saks, Stevens, and Barney's. Jewels lit, car shoes, fab, stay farm. Young bossy and good, they want my garments. They can't eat how I eat, they gotta want it. I'm going hard, I swear to God I'm on it. Like a broke nigga that need money and pawn it. Alabama said chill, boy, stay low. Take care of the fam, keep pushing and stack dough. And inshallah, boy, you might blow. And inshallah, boy, you might blow. Spooky, I'm a big ol' nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Got Jersey on my back, now watch me blow. And if you ain't with it, nigga, use a hoe. And if you ain't with it, nigga, use a hoe. Don't fuck with that Google, that shit is foo-foo. I hang with them loony guys, yeah, they cuckoo. Don't state my name, cause we smoke shit like Susu. Don't state my name, cause we smoke shit like Susu. Spooky, I'm a big ol' nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Fuck you niggas talking about. Spooky, I'm a big ol' nigga. Oh, you didn't know? Got Jersey on my back, now watch me blow.
And we all back. We all back. So, I'm here debating which piece to do. You know I got some raunchy ones, so I'm trying to stay away from raunchy just a bit. You know, I'm trying to clean up in you know, no, y'all not trying to. So, couple things I want to talk about. A couple shows ago, we did embarrassing sexual encounters, and that's one of the shows that kind of got cut short. And then last week, we were talking about, I'm not even sure I remember everything that we were talking about last week, but just relationships in general, the perception of men and women when it comes to relationships and how difficult that can be when considering how things are viewed. And then that kind of ties into the whole Valentine's Day thing, which I think is very interesting. So going back to what we talked about last week, and I think that it was something that Brianna had brought up. We were talking about, you know, some of the things that you guys wanted to discuss, what you wanted to know more about, maybe a perspective on the View, and one of the things that she mentioned was that I guess in relationships sometimes, you know, how do you kind of do a bounce back when there's been a major offense in a relationship, like maybe he's cheated, or you know, you guys have differences and you separate, and now you kind of, you know, getting back together with whatever. I believe that was it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bree. I don't remember everything from last week's show, because I told you we was just kind of stuck in limbo. We were like doing mannequin challenge the entire time. So while there was a dialogue going on behind the camera, all you guys kept seeing was glitches and glitz of what was going on. So what are we doing here? Anybody validating what they caught last week, what we might have missed? I forgot to write it down.
Nope, not yet. Because we're a minute or two behind, so no one's catching up yet.
All right, I'm trying to give the video a minute to catch up, because I know we're a couple minutes behind that. I told you guys, there was just so much stuff going on in the week. Like, it's hard for me to remember. So, on the aspect of relationships, the views that we have as men and women, I think that because, you know, women kind of see things one way and men women feel one way and men kind of deal with it, you know, minus the feelings. So a lot of times if they don't react the way we want them to react, it automatically starts an argument. And one of the things that I found interesting was Brianna said to me one time, I think that my generation is just geared to argue. And I said, this is the reason why there's so many relationships that I feel don't last, you know, the distance, because now it's really kind of, you know, there's no fisticuffs. Like, you know, there's no fight today, you know, and see another day tomorrow. It's like, you know, bang, bang, shoot 'em up. So there's like no patience when it comes to, you know, being in relationships like that, where you have one party that's, you know, so I don't know, like, what is your thoughts? You're gonna have to help me out, guys, because I'm on the fly here, trying to remember last week's show, because I'm amped up about Valentine's Day. I can't wait to get into that spiel. So what are we doing? I see like the chat rolling. Oh, and the other thing, before I forget, I hope you guys are still maintaining that the notebook or journal, whatever you want to call it. We just had a lunar eclipse. I don't even know if you guys keep up with stuff like that. But there was just a lunar eclipse the beginning of the month, and you guys know how I feel about, you know, keeping the journal and stating your intention. The full moon is coming up on the 25th, and it's just a good way of reminding yourself to prepare your list. So your list of intent is basically a list of things that you are looking to achieve, whether it be within the month, whether it be within the year. But every month you kind of refresh your memory by reviewing this list and seeing all the things that you want to accomplish, and then crossing them off your list as it occurs, as it actually happens. So I encourage you guys to do that. It's been very, very it's been great for me. Last time I talked about this list, I think, was probably the end of last year. Like, I had warrants, you know, I was an outlaw for a little bit, you know, I was you know, I had issue with the law, but I turned over a new leaf. You know, I'm a licensed driver again, you know, my paperwork is straight, you know, everything is good. So that was actually one of the things on my list, because I had gone so long just procrastinating and you know, pushing things to the side. This can wait. So this is actually one of the things that I was able to do and complete. The other thing was that I wanted to do 3 shows within my first quarter, between January and March, and I've already completed 3 of them. So I am at my goal, and I can kind of, you know, push forward. But these are the things that that kind of help out, because out of sight is out of mind. So if you're not constantly thinking about it and focused on achieving it, then it's going to kind of, float into thin air. Like it's eventually gonna, pop up later, and you'll be like, well, damn, I meant to, take care of this. But it really, really does help. I employ you. I encourage you. I hope that I can influence you to at least try it for a month or two and see how it works to your benefit. The other thing is that I don't know if you guys ever heard of a wealth jar, but I actually did a wealth jar, and it is something that it is really birthed from Chinese culture. It's something that they do. It's a part of their feng shui. And a wealth jar is just basically a jar of all the things that you want to happen in your life. It's really kind of a jar manifestation. And the jar, of course, is not a magic jar, but the jar represents the things that you want out of life and the things that you're hoping to come into fruition. So I encourage you guys to do that too. Google it, wealth jar. Might be something that you're into. Maybe you think I'm crazy. You might think, it's not it. But it's been a successful thing for me, and I'm just trying to pass that off to you guys because maybe it might be helpful. So chat what's going on. Shouts out to you guys again. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us.
Sixth God came in. The sixth God hand came in.
What's going on, sixth God?
And pretty much everybody think I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just listening. Brianna said, I personally think men aren't as strong as women emotionally. Men hide their emotions better, but when men get hurt, it's like a soul shattering.
Well, here's the reason why. Men are not structured to be emotional. Men are structured to be foundation. They're structured to be strong. And the way they respond to their emotions has a lot to do with the way that they were brought up. And most men are brought up to show little or no emotion because a lot of them can't handle it. They can't handle tapping into the emotion like we do. A lot of times we have one good cry, and then we're able to move on to the next situation. Whereas with a lot of men, especially when it's related to something that's connected to them emotionally that breaks them, they kind of shut down. And once they shut down, it's hard for them to get back to that space. So a lot of them would rather block out what they're feeling as opposed to dealing with it. Women want to talk everything out. They want to talk about every little detail, every little emotion that they feel. They react to just about everything. If there is, we are habit forming in the sense that, or not even habit forming, we have a habit of creating pictures, creating imagery of how things are supposed to work out. So in most cases, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you want to talk about something with someone, you've already formulated in your mind how this argument is supposed to go out, how this whole thing is supposed to play out, and you've detailed it down to every bit of the emotion, where you've pretty much giving yourself the idea of, okay, this is the way he should react. And then when you actually present this to him and he doesn't react the way you've envisioned him reacting, automatically you feel like, oh, he just doesn't care because he didn't react the way you wanted him to react. So that's something too that you have to be very careful and very mindful of when dealing with certain situations. That comment about men not being, strong or them not tapping into their emotions, you have to be very careful with that, because some men that tap into their emotion go psycho and they literally kill people. So on one hand, you should be happy that not all men react that way. But on the other hand, you can't always assume that men are going to react the way you think they should react, because your envision of the reaction is based from a woman's point of view, not from a man's point of view. So you have to take that into consideration too. That's something that needs to be worked on. From men and women, because men do it too. You know, oh, if I tell her this, she's going to react this way, because it's a common response. It's a common way or behavior that people kind of, you know, that they do, that is automatically connected in relevancy when something happens. So it's very important to break habits and not always assume that people are going to react or give you the reaction that you're used to. I mean, you may get something different, and if not, you have to accept it for what it is and accept that person for who they are. I don't know. It really goes back to communication and being open, being able to convey how you feel, and if you are that woman, you'll be able to get your man to tap into those emotions without kind of losing it, and still, you know, you get the information that you need. The reaction is not what you're looking for. What you're looking for is the information, what you get from him. So you need to find creative ways. If the straightforward approach is not working, you need to find creative ways to kind of get that information out and get the message for what it is. So I see you guys are going in there with what's transpiring. Is it pleasantries?
Not even sure to say your name. Yakov. I think it's Jack. No, Hakeem. Yo, I don't know how to say it, but he says you can't be the man and your family needs if you are an emotional mess. You have to be strong in the shoulder to cry on. We deal with our emotions our own way.
And that's a great point. One of the other things that I find extremely interesting is that you have to be careful what you ask for in your man or in a partner, because what will often happen is you'll say, oh, I wish that he was emotional, and if you had some guy that was constantly crying on your shoulder, now he instantly becomes a wimp. Like you have to, there's two very diverse sides, two different ways that this can actually play out. You have to be very, very careful about what you're expecting. I don't think that I don't think that you really want the guy that you're with to be emotional free. I think that you just want something that will explain how he feels if he's not verbal. And a lot of times you can't count on body reaction. You can't count on, what's said or how it's said in a lot of cases, depending on what it is. The other thing that I would like to talk about, we're already an hour down, is yesterday's Valentine's Day. Now, if you guys got anything else that you wanted to bring to surface, I invite you to do so. I see the line is streaming. I can't see it from this angle that I'm at, but don't turn it my way.
Well, you said you can't see at the angle that you're at. I was trying to help you.
It ain't gonna matter. It's still too far.
It's 11:11.
Yes, it is. Make a wish, guys. Make a wish. Make a Wish Foundation. So I'm gonna explain that whole thing. If you guys draw your attention to your clocks, it is 11:11. So if you are someone who kind of follows the stars and follows the understanding of angels and messages and signs, 11:11, or actually 3 11s, is actually a sign of manifestation for something to come. So when you see ones in sequence, 111 or 1111, this is really kind of your opportunity to ask the universe for whatever you want. And it's really kind of like, you know, your personal wish to kind of chuck up into the universe and say, hey, you know, this is what I want to happen. And it's kind of said to evolve into something. Try it, you know, give it a shot, make a wish. Maybe it's something that you want, something that you're hunting after. Maybe there's a loan pending and you're looking for, you know, confirmation that it went through. You know, send that wish up there, you know, pluck it up to the universe, and, you know, hopefully you'll get a showering of blessings. What I think is interesting, though, is if you look at 11 o'clock, the number 11 with an additional 1 gives you that 3 sequence. So if you really think about it, you guys have up until 119, from 11:11 to 119, to kind of get all your aspirations and all the things that you want, your intent for the month, get it out there and get it blazing. So, I mean, it don't hurt to try. Give it a shot, you know, see how it works out. Let your girl know it's good, you know. So, before we go into the Valentine's Day thing, I'm going to read you guys one of my pieces. I think I got some vulgarity in here, so I'll try and be nice with it. Okay. This one is Thoughts of You. Thoughts of you got me wet, like private jets on mile-high silhouettes. I'm feeling you below the dermis, over rainbows beyond corners of eternity. My thoughts for you are hot, not like childhood crushes, full of love notes that read, will you go with me and check yes or no. This thing is real, I yearn to feel your head between my legs. I want the swell of your to put my walls to shame. My aim is to hit the highest note from the stomach, not the throat. Screaming your name with each golden stroke. I want to study pleasure principles. Left with only thoughts of you, I wonder. How far will you go to make my way milky? The favor, let's savor the moment when my river flows. And she can't stop coming. She's humming a tune, like whistling winds dancing in a monsoon. I'd be lying if I said that this was more than an attraction, or maybe an overreaction to being in like with you. But you must understand I'm grown and sexy. A grown and sexy woman with a plan to fuck you tender. There was one of those words. Sorry, guys. Are you worthy? Left with only thoughts of you, I wonder. Like the crocodile hunter, I want you down under. Drop 10 below my waist to get the taste that you desire. Lit like a match, my body is on fire, so let it burn. Can you handle the flames? I crave the blaze that tingles beneath my skin. I've got to transcend, but before I begin to go deeper, am I my keeper? Yes, I am. I keep her tighter, sweeter, higher, flyer, like a Jill Scott verse, unrehearsed, impromptu. I promise you, a night you won't forget. My flow, original, more than fabricated innuendos of sexual maybes. I might be crazy, but left with only thoughts of you, I wonder. In peace. And that is the opening to our Valentine's Day discussion. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, here's my thing. Facebook was streaming with a whole bunch of, I don't even know what to call them. Like, people had sayings, they had thoughts, they had expressions of Valentine's Day, how they felt, you know, what the day carried. And you had the double-siders. Like, you had people who were just like, okay, what does it matter what I get? why are you so concerned about what everybody else is getting for Valentine's Day? You should be concerned about yourself, blah, 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 blah. And these same people would turn around and they would post pictures of, what was going on with their Valentine's Day. Rose petals leading to a bedroom that had, it was petals in the shape of a heart. People showing rings that weren't engagement rings but could be passed off as such. Chocolates. People showed off, food and things of that nature. And then you had those people who were not in a relationship that was really kind of just like, welcome to, Discover I'm Single Day or Single Awareness Day. So it was just kind of, it was odd. Not odd, because it happens every year. But you kind of just really see those people and take it for what it is the day of. So Niecy said that she had made 2 videos. She had made 2 different videos about Valentine's Day. And you can explain the video that you posted.
One video I had made, it was me kind of saying, like, I had Celine Dion on. For those who wasn't watching earlier, I had Celine Dion on and I had the chocolates and I was singing all by myself. And people were laughing at that as well. And then the second one where it was like 4 different videos. So the first one I said dick is not a gift. I said if your man decides to come up to you and decides to whip it out, tell him no, I don't want it. I get dick every day. Dick is not a gift. Then I said when he lights candles and he's just meeting you in the bedroom and ain't nothing on but like nice little towel on, blow out the candles, look him dead in the face and say, dick is not a fucking gift if I get it every day. Put it away. Put it away. That's what I said. People seem to like that video a lot. People were laughing about it. So I got I think about over 100 views on Instagram by itself. Because I put it on Instagram as well. But it was on my Snapchat originally just to be funny. But yeah, dick is not a gift.
So now you take that into consideration with Valentine's Day, and people automatically associate Valentine's Day with love, correct? So, couple things. First off, and I don't know if I've said it on air already, but what happened to the other 364 days out of the year? I think that it should have some substance where this is a consistent thing and it doesn't look like a love bomb went off on Valentine's Day and then the rest of the year like there's no make or no mention of love or even being in love. There's so many people in love with the idea of being in love that you see them posting love stuff all day long, and then a day like Valentine's Day they like the hell with the world, so what, you got Valentine's, happy Single Awareness Day, and it's just, I'm looking like confused. Okay, so now that's the first part of it. What happened to the other 365 days of the year? I don't think you should feel bad if you see somebody with a whole bunch of stuff posted on their wall one day, because it doesn't necessarily mean not everybody posts or who they post to be. Like, not everybody posts their real life in real time. So you may be feeling some type of way about a fantasy, like just something that occurs every once out of the year. So now going back to the video that Niecy made, one of the biggest things is a lot of women will kind of say, well, I gave him the yum yum, for Valentine's Day. If Valentine's Day is a day that represents love, right? Then why is it only one-sided? Why you got this dude buying you candies and flowers and all you got in exchange is the same yum yum you give him all year long? And vice versa. So it's a shared thing. If it's not just for the women. Valentine's Day is a representation of love. Love is a shared action. So if this is supposed to be a day that you're showing your love, why is he the only one getting you shit? Like, you got to really take that in and evaluate that for what it is. Like, it should be something, you should have something to give him. And I get it. A lot of women may not know what to get the guy for Valentine's Day, but it's really not that hard. Like, if you know your man, you know he likes sports, you can get him a jersey, you can get him a t-shirt, you can get him a hat. Some people, they collect glasses, the shot glasses. You can get them a basket of shot glasses. You can, this is the only, reserve, or what I would say is the exception to the rule. If you purchased a love basket that got a whole bunch of stuff in there and y'all about to get free, I think that kind of substantially you can get a pass for a romantic evening that involves you exploring, boundaries and, extending something.
No.
Here we go again. I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah.
No. Doesn't count as a gift.
It counts.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't count as a gift.
Then we just go through
You're just not about to dress it up and then say, well, hey, I bought whipped cream, handcuffs, and everything else,
and you don't do this often. I think it does count as something. If it's coming from someone who doesn't normally do this
as a gift, it still goes in the same way it comes out. Unless your dick goes on a level 10 type shit, it does not count as a fucking gift. No, that's like me dressing up like Cupid, but in a lace underwear. It's still cooch, right? It's still cooch. It ain't nothing special. You gonna say that's not a gift? That's not a gift. Put it up. I had it yesterday. You giving me leftovers. I want something new. I bought you a whole nice little thing, and I gave you all that gift I gave you. I bought you a whole bunch of gifts, and all you're gonna give me is your yum dressed up. It's the same fucking thing. I had it. That's like me saying, guess what we having to dinner tonight? Spaghetti. Guess what we having for dinner tomorrow? Spaghetti. But spaghetti in a Chinese bowl. It's the same shit, just in a different plate. Don't confuse yourself. Ladies, don't confuse yourself. His broke ass is only benefiting from that gift.
Okay, alright, so here's the flip side. Does it count if he takes you out? If he takes you to a hotel, then it doesn't count. If he takes you in a hotel and it's nothing but roses and flowers and balloons and champagne, it doesn't count? Then y'all know never to take her ass nowhere on Valentine's Day, because she just said nothing that you do is going to be appreciated.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's not appreciative. If you go to a hotel or whatever,
it's the same thing.
But I'm saying you don't have to equivalent sex with Valentine's Day. It's not a gift if you get it every day. If you get it every day and you take it to a hotel, doesn't make it any different. If you take, like I said, if you eat spaghetti and you eat spaghetti in your hotel room, guess what the fuck it is? Just spaghetti in the hotel room. It's the same shit. It's sex in a hotel room. Doesn't mean it's any different.
Spaghetti is your favorite?
If you're sitting here and you're in the hot tub with a bowl of spaghetti, guess what? You're in the hot tub with a bowl of spaghetti, just like you're with cooch and in a hot tub. It's nothing different. Instead, it's not a gift. If a broke ass can't get you an exact gift like a watch, or if she can't get you them sneakers you've been watching, you know, or hitting off that you want those shit.
So Valentine's Day, you gotta give a gift? It's gotta be a gift?
Other than sex? Yes. Then it can lead to sex. Then that's the equal
I'm delusional
to that.
Then. Because there's plenty of Valentine's Days.
You can't give pussy or dick as a Valentine's Day gift.
When you paying mortgage, a romantic evening counts as something special.
I got bills too, but I'm saying at the end of the day, if y'all can't afford to do all of that, then yes, sex is considered as a gift. Only if. But if you get him a gift and his ass only get you dick, it's not a gift. I'm sorry. Don't know how to break it to y'all. Don't know how to break it to all the females out there in the world either. You can't put your cooch out for the next day on Valentine's Day and just dress it up. Put some Victoria's Secret on that shit. Put some lotion or whatever, Bed Bath & Beyond. Doesn't make it any special. You want to put glitter and put little cherries on the top of it or whatever, put little pop rocks or whatever, still the same shit. It's not a gift. Sorry. It's just how I feel.
Boom. Okay. I don't even know what else to say after that. That was strong J. Strong J. Strong J.
Just saying.
No, I don't know what to say. I'm just saying. I don't know. So what do you guys think? In the chat. What's your view? How do you feel about it? How do you dissect it? What do you get from it? Let me know what's good. Valentine's Day. What's your take?
Bobby said, Jazz, stop disrespecting my cock. And
So I'm talking about Bobby.
Kaza said, Jazz, talk that shit back. Proverbial Hater said, true story. Any broad talking about, he's talking about sensitivity. And how she likes them looking back up can get you out of character.
Huh?
They talking about something else.
It's all right. You said sensitivity?
Yeah.
Read it out.
The true story, any broad talking about sensitivity with guys and how she likes them is looking to fuck you up and get you out of character. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name. Yaakov said, it sounds like a gift to me. Kaza says, Jazz is with the rebuttal. Bobby said, Jazz still in her murder mook bag. 600 guys said, LOL. And y'all adamant about this too. Looking into the camera and shit. Lesson learned. Okay. They talking about Drake more so. Either you wanna they talking about sensitivity pretty much.
All right, so that seems to be a hot icon in the chat. I know you guys see me flipping through my notebook, but I'm looking for something in particular, and I haven't found it yet. So I've kind of, damn it, I ain't even send. I done forgot to send the link out and everything. My bad.
Who's Tay? Six guys said Jazz got Tay Rock in the back eyebrow.
Okay, yeah, I just I completely got off track. I didn't get a chance to send out the link. I'm getting texts and emails asking where the link is, and the show is almost over. My bad. I apologize for that. So I don't know. I'm not gonna disagree about the Valentine's Day and the sex thing, because I don't want another explosion. But I dig y'all. I dig the views. Sensitivity, I don't know what to say about that. I have a problem with an extra sensitive man. Not that I see it as a sign of weakness, but real story, true story. I had one of my ex-boyfriends, we would get into an argument, and I used to be super sensitive when I first started dating. So I would cry, and then he would cry because I was crying, and I used to have to stop crying to console him. It was just the most draining experience that I've ever had, because I'm okay, here I am already emotional, and now I got to deal with you being emotional. It's not easy to deal with someone who can't get control of their emotions. And this same guy, by the way, when I broke up with him, ended up smashing my car windshield. So again, you have to be very careful about the people that you deal with you know, and messing with their sensitivity level and you know, how they react to certain things. You just have to be careful. You know, men don't react for a reason, and you should be glad that they don't react. You have to draw from their strength.
James Newton said, I disagree. A gift is not required for Valentine's Day. Pussy can most definitely be a gift.
I agree.
You don't get no buns.
You said no buns?
He get no buns.
He get no buns? You think there has to be gift exchange on Valentine's Day?
No, but pussy ain't a gift.
Unless
you bringing me another one.
But that's still sex.
Yeah, but now it's special sex.
I just said special sex and I got shut down.
A basket is not.
That is not, huh?
A basket is special sex.
No, I'm just saying, you know, the extra special stuff, you know, I mean, maybe if it ain't some, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we doing some grays, some 50 Shades of Gray
I didn't say that
in the
you
red
have to,
room.
First
you
off,
know.
I didn't say you have to get a gift. That's not exactly what I'm saying. Valentine's Day is an exchange between two people that love each other very much. Whether y'all just have dinner, chill out, or whatever. But on holidays, whether it's Christmas, Kwanzaa, inaugurations, whatever, tax seasons, child support, whatever it is that's going on, whatever holiday that you guys so happen to celebrate, doesn't mean that pussy has to be equivalent to every single one of them. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Valentine's Day is definitely one of those days where I have to agree with men. Not all of them, but for the ones that want to say pussy is a gift, more power to you. But to the ones that say, no, pussy is not a gift if I got you a watch and all you got me was a pussy. No. Pussy ain't a gift if I got you to take you out to dinner and got you flowers and sent you a whole bunch of shit and all you got me was pussy.
And a shout out on Instagram.
And a shout out on Instagram with an old ass picture. It's not, you know.
Down the next day.
And then take it down, right? And then just ignore me for the rest of the other 364 days.
That's all I'm saying.
Pussy is not a gift. It doesn't count. I'm sorry. And for those who said pussy is pussy counts, you have low self-esteem. Because that's
and they get no buns.
because all you equivalating to is you about to get into some stuff. That's fine. But when she's sitting there rocking her watch and she walk away with that shit because she got it, and all you got was pussy for all 364 days out, 65 days out of the year, guess who looking stupid? Congratulations, you just played yourself. Pussy's not a gift. Neither is dick. And if that nigga doesn't buy you a gift and all you get is good dick, you're stupid. There. Boom. Sorry.
I don't know what to say.
Just saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't said nothing. You're right. Ain't a gift.
Oh, James Newton said, oh, you talking about something different. People do play that game. I don't have time for that type. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
If niggas celebrate Valentine's Day, he low-key gay. Yucca said.
Yeah, why gotta be like that? Why gotta be low-key gay?
Wait. Bobby said, how about if we use condoms all year, but on V-Day we go raw?
It don't count.
Special sex.
It don't count. It don't count.
It's
It
not
don't
a
count.
gift.
That's some more other shit.
It's not a
It
gift.
don't count.
You make
cheating on you all
She
year.
said it don't count. It don't count.
It's just, it don't count.
Yeah.
If you get 50 shades darker or 50 shades lighter,
It don't count.
if you want to play Christian Grey, doesn't count. Sorry. Now for those, right, who's in a marriage, who has kids, and the kids are going for the week or whatever, for Valentine's Day weekend, whatever, this, that, and the third. I take that back because sex might be exactly what you need if y'all have kids. If you have kids and everything else, that might be the greatest gift you could possibly get. Right? But that's, you get what I'm saying though, right? If y'all married and you got too much going on and things like that. Right? As much as you want. Sex might be, pussy might be what you need. Dick might be what you need. Hey. But if y'all single, this is to apply for those who don't have kids. Y'all just live by yourselves. He ain't got no job. You ain't got no job or whatever. It's not a gift. That's all.
First of all, he ain't got no job. You ain't got no job. Where the hell y'all at?
All I'm saying is people live on special.
I don't know about it.
People live on Section 8. People live on special governmental assistance. People that work wouldn't know about that, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, if y'all with somebody and y'all together and y'all ain't got no kids, there should be no reason why y'all not having sex every day. And if y'all not having sex every day and you decide to get some pussy on the Valentine's Day, he should dump your ass. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. There we go. You can continue.
All right, I'm not disagreeing. I ain't saying nothing. I'm good. I'm good. I'm on the neutral side. I'm on the neutral side.
Said, Mr. Dizam said, if you and your girl share a glass of water all year round,
It's the little things. It's the little things.
And you get her cake and ice cream for V-Day, and she slides you a glass of water, you just got played.
It's little things.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. James Newton said, right, no job, no sex, period. He ain't changed the game completely.
I'm saying we ain't talking about no, at least I wasn't talking about no, I guess everybody need love. I don't know.
Bobby said, I wore a condom recently and it changed the game completely.
Wow.
Mr. Dizam, thank you very much. Kaza said, why are you making Brianna like she a stud, a hater? Well, I don't know what the previous conversation was, but there we go. I don't know what the previous conversation was between Proverbial Hater and Brianna, but yeah, that was the conversation we were talking about.
What he say?
Why are making Brianna like a stud hater?
A stud hater.
A stud at hater. At Proverbial Hater. I'm not sure what the conversation was before them though. So
I'm trying to
anyway,
keep
continue.
track of what it is. I'm curious as to what everybody else has. My view is very different from what's out there now, and it's strangely different because it's almost a contradiction, you know, to what I believe. So I don't know. I'm digging the comments and digging the feedback. You know, how y'all feel about Valentine's Day? It was just an awkward in the sense that, like I said, everybody got such mixed emotions about it. And for me, I don't think Valentine's Day is just a romantic gesture. I don't think it's just for couples. I think Valentine's Day represents love. It represents a sharing of love. So Valentine's Day could be an expression towards your mom. It could be towards your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin. You know, it's supposed to be a day of love or more like an observation. But my thing is, this one day should not represent the pinnacle of your relationship. You know, there should be some other things transpiring during the course of the year that kind of just helps shape this day and make it worth something. I mean, I can't make much of a comment because I do get gifts on Valentine's Day and I do give gifts on Valentine's Day, but my view about it is just not on Valentine's Day. Like I never celebrate. First of all, I never celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, meaning I don't go out to dinner. We don't sit online for 45 minutes. I love to eat. So I'm not waiting an hour and 20 minutes to sit down, to be rushed out of the restaurant, have my appetizers and my main course come at the same time, and then 10 minutes later, you know, they bringing me the check and trying to usher me out the door because they got 50 million other people sitting there. I don't like crowds. I don't do the whole, you know, post this here and post that there. I didn't post my card. I didn't post my flowers. I didn't post the candy. I didn't, the only thing that I did was like just little stuff. I got like a dedication on my wall, which was a surprise to me because, the hubby, he don't do stuff like that. So there was like a public flag, Valentine's Day flag, that just basically said, hey, I love you, happy Valentine's Day. And I was at work when it happened. So to see it on my wall was a real shock to me because it's not something that he does often. So that was, to me, a pleasant surprise. And then, when I came home and all other stuff was there, it was smiles. But I spent Valentine's Day cleaning up my house. Like, I didn't do anything special for Valentine's Day. And then, he had to go to work. So our time will be on the weekend, minus the churn. And whatever the night brings, the night brings.
And Kaza says Stiletto was lying.
What? Lying about what? What am I lying about? I'm waiting.
I don't know.
I'm waiting.
I don't know. I've been
waiting.
single. I've been single for 3 years, so I don't
know. Oh, are you
know.
saying I'm lying about the relationship I'm in?
No. Saying probably that you're lying about how you spent Valentine's Day, but
I'm not lying. Honestly, seriously. Like, really. I cleaned up. I cleaned up my house. I didn't, getting it, all the stuff out the way, Had a whole lot of traffic during the course of the week. I did decorate for Valentine's Day.
Kaza. James Newton says sex shouldn't have a momentary value, but if you have been misled to think your sex isn't a gift, you have been played. Y'all let men take your power.
Boom.
I mean, you got a point.
That was beautiful.
That was very well said. Mr. Jazam says, single for 2 years. I don't take women seriously after President's Day.
You said after President's Day?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll see if you're serious after my taxes are going, though.
I got one other question. It's very interesting that you said that. Okay, so we got a couple men in the room. I need to know, because I had a conversation with someone just recently about this, and it kind of threw me for a loop. And it plays into what we've been talking about as far as perspectives when it comes to men and women and women in relationships or relationships that are developing. So, is there a timeline where you are dating someone and this becomes serious for you? And if so, when is that timeline?
It just happens.
It just happens?
I
So,
can take
okay.
it serious day one, or I could just take it as a joke for the whole remainder of our duration. Depends on the vibe, I guess, for me.
Okay, so that's what confuses me. So you get a girl, you guys, she crowned you her boyfriend or whatever. She's giving you that public label as being your boyfriend. And you're not going to take her seriously?
At that point, I already took her serious. I wouldn't let a girl post me up that I don't rock with.
Okay, so this is basically what happened. There was a guy telling me that, he was involved in a relationship with a girl. And that they had just started dating. But he was like, I'm not going to take it seriously until we get to the 6-month mark.
And he's not going to take you seriously?
No, not me. No, we were talking about relationships and being in a relationship with another female.
Like he won't take the
Yeah, so he's seeing this girl and they're, posting up, they boyfriend and girlfriend. But he's like, I need to make sure that she's loyal. So I'm not going to really take the relationship seriously until, we reach the 6-month mark. Which I took that to mean if there are potentials along the way, she has a chance of, losing her lifeline and being pushed to the side for somebody else. In the event that he come across a chick that you know, kind of puts him in a space where he's like, yeah, this is it. Because in most cases, men know almost instantly when they're dealing with a woman, whether this is a woman that they want to be with. So you have like a very small window. Like I've had men say, from the moment I looked at her, we weren't even dating. I seen her from across the room. From the moment I seen her, I knew she was going to be my wife, or I knew I was going to make her my girl. So where is the loss in translation between that period and just finding someone that you vibe with, and you guys y'all hitting it off, and you decide to be in a relationship with this person? Now this person is your girlfriend, you know, publicly being introduced as your girlfriend, but you're not telling her that you're not serious about the relationship. You're keeping this to yourself and saying, well, we're good and she my peoples, but I'm not really getting head over heels over this until we reach the 6-month mark.
And I think homie needs to let her know that.
That's what I think.
It's like your car lets you know when you're about to run out of gas.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, you can't be on the E, riding on E, praying that the car don't shut off when you know you want E. Like, you know you there. So this is, I think, how we got so many relationships that's so unevenly balanced, because everybody has their personal thing. Now, I'm not knocking him for having that view, because even in the relationships that I've been in, I have a personal, I've always during my course of dating, and it wasn't really a long time, but when I did date, I had a timeline in my mind. It wasn't anything I shared with them, because I never wanted my views to be falsified. I never want you to cater into, I never want you to play into what I want to get what you want, and then just be gone.
Exploration date on people,
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
That's unfair.
Why is that?
Because what if you meet somebody who exceeds those expectations? So does he not have to go through that trial and tribulation like every other man?
Oh no, everybody has to go through that period. Everybody has to go through that period. And I'll tell you why.
The guys are saying when to know to take it serious. So somebody said when she makes me a sandwich. I mean, that's not very...
I get it though. No, I get it. It's...
Has to be some type of trauma that you both experienced together.
I think it.
Somebody said when she moves in, I think, shouldn't you know way before she's about to move in when you're about to take it serious?
That's not necessarily true. There's some people who getting... I know 3 females that had a guy that they met, I mean, or no relationship prior to. They met, and within a week, this guy was living with them.
He was looking for a home.
Probably.
That, and again, people can fall in love and out of love in the same hour, I believe.
This is true. I agree.
And someone says when she farts in front of you.
Nah, that's so deep.
That's a negative.
I know.
Like, I've never passed gas in front of anybody. Like, not even my kids. Like, they think I'm an alien, because I'm rugged in some ways, but that's my feminine, you know, that's the one thing feminine about me. So if I got some bubbles going on, like, I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm going to take care of it in the bathroom, and I'm going to come out. It doesn't matter where I'm at, what I'm doing. Yeah, I get up, and I take it into the next room, because it's just, you know, it's the way I've been taught. It's the feminine thing to do. We were also talking about extremes. The extremes that people go through. So I have a family member who got married years and years ago. Her and her husband, they've been married now for like 30 years. No, not quite 30 years. 22 years. They've been married for 22 years. But the first 4 years of their marriage, she would wake up before he woke up and put on makeup, so that when he woke up and saw her in the bed, like, he would just see this free flowing, you know, almost perfect, porcelain queen laying next to him. And I said, first of all, it's too much work. It's way too much work to put into, you know, trying to build a facade for this person to see you in a certain way for so long. But the other thing is just like, you can be putting that energy to something else, more productive. Like to you're getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to powder your face.
What if you wake up and don't even look at you?
How would she know? I know I used to, one of the things that frustrated me with some people, and it's not everybody, when you wake up and a person is just kind of staring at you.
Kind of weird.
It's very weird. Like, okay,
go brush your teeth.
What just happened? You alright? Did I do something?
I'm gonna ask you, like, did I say something in my sleep? What the fuck you staring at?
I've had some really bad experiences. I think for me, to take a relationship seriously, you got to get past my snoring.
Yo, I'm the same way. Cause
you got to get I'm horrible. And it just recently happened, not recently, I would say within the past 10 years, after I had my children, it was just, it's horrible. So, I've had some of my male friends, I've fallen asleep on the phone with them, talking to them, and I'd go into a dead snore. And then the next day, they rocking on me, cracking on me real bad. So, if we're in a relationship and you can get past the snoring, we go together. That's it. We done. You ain't going nowhere.
Shit.
Yeah.
If you can't sleep, how can you love you?
Oh my gosh. We go together. We go together.
And I know I snore loud. I be waking myself up sometimes. Shit, that was loud.
When I was delivering my son, the doctor came and they of course I had a cesarean with all three of my kids, so they had to give me medication, for the
put you down.
Yeah. So I'm in
sleeping?
No, I wasn't in labor. They were taking the baby out. Ooh. And I just got a shot of epidural, and I didn't sleep with each one of my kids. I didn't sleep for the last 3 weeks of their, of carrying them. I was 2 hours here, 2 hours there. So I was exhausted. Couldn't sleep on my stomach. I was only comfortable on one side. My bed had developed a dent, so I wasn't even comfortable on that side. It was just a whole lot of stuff going on. So as soon as they took the baby out, I was in a dead snore. The doctor came over to their father, and he's like, you got to deal with this on a regular basis. He's like, yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She's peeling the paint off the walls. I was so embarrassed in my own right, but the key to my heart is thinking my snoring is cute. You think my snoring is cute, and we officially go together for life. You ain't going nowhere. You stuck with me. Boom. Just like that. Tight like that. In the streets. Ghetto life. Stomping boots. Stop looking at me like that. Don't. I feel like I'm being judged, guys. Judge free. I feel like I'm being judged. What are y'all saying in the chat? What's going on in the chat?
They really talking about you not farting.
Why?
I don't believe that you don't fart. Proverbial really? Said, I refuse to believe stiletto hides a fart from a family. That's bullshit.
I swear to goodness.
Probably scratch records to cover up her fart.
I swear to goodness. It is the one thing lady like about me. I promise you. It is the only thing that I do. I burp loud. I'm a loud burper when I'm home. I try and keep it dainty when I'm out. My kids, I just told you, my kids accuse me of being an alien because all the rest of them, they make it a game. They go around the house and, they pass gas and they giggle. And me, I'm just okay, I step into the next room and, they think I'm inhumane. I really don't. It's just one of my it's a pet peeve. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not my fault. Don't judge me. I wouldn't lie.
I don't know. I just think baby and baby until I could get comfortable with being my true self.
I mean, I don't understand why it's so far-fetched. There's some people that won't even go to the bathroom in their boyfriend or girlfriend's house.
I know people. I know my friend. She said that her boyfriend lives maybe like 10, 15 minutes away from her. So if she has to go use the bathroom and she spends the night, she'll wake up and go home and go to her bathroom just so she can go to her bathroom. And she says she'd rather leave some mysteriousness to their relationship.
And I think that's the craziest
for me, though.
Than anybody else.
Yeah, for me though.
Right,
I mean, if you have to do all of that, then it's not worth. Like, you're gonna be with this person for years. So if you're not gonna be yourself, you're gonna be somebody else. Then what's the purpose?
This is very true.
But
eventually, if you get a house together, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna wait until he leaves the house to go to the bathroom? Like,
right.
You still gotta get into a comfortable space. It's I don't know. Like, is that the transition? Is that when the relationship gets serious? When you can go to the bathroom in front of this person? Because after a while, the longer that you're with someone, eventually what's going to happen is you're gonna go to the bathroom, they're gonna walk in and like want to brush their teeth or look in the mirror. Like, something's going to transpire where the both of you are gonna be in the bathroom at the same time. Like, how do you get past that stage? Like, how do you gotta get beyond that.
I'm gonna take a shit in it. Now, if she take a shit, I might be a little weirded out.
Why though?
Shit is stink.
Okay, it's meant to.
My dress is a little short, compact thing, so I'm gonna walk in there like, damn, that's what your eyes really smell like? Oh, I'm good.
Wow, that is so one-sided.
She gonna light a match. She gonna light a match so that way you don't smell it.
That's so
she needs to do a prison shit. When they come out, you flush right away.
Oh, you talking about the courtesy flush?
There you go, courtesy.
You know what? That ain't even right. You know they got a spray now, where you spray it in the. I know you've seen the commercial. It's called VIP.
I know.
You spray it in the toilet before you go, and as you go, it evaporates the smell, so it never hits the air. Because if you really understand how the body functions, it's not the smell, it's the contact with the air that creates the smell. So what they do is eliminate the oxygen between it coming out and it hitting the toilet. This is a crazy discussion.
That doesn't even sound healthy. So now it's like just chemicals sitting around my butthole.
Probably.
Probably.
You try to bleach your butthole.
But you spray it in the toilet before you go. And then as you go, it dissolves the scent so no one smells it, you know. He like, nah. Nah.
Joker said, man, I'm about to shower by myself. Alright, cool. That way I could know you should taking this shit right now.
That's so wrong.
Cause that shit seep out the bathroom, I'm definitely blazing.
But you know what? Okay, another one of my pet peeves. I might be giving out too much information here. I have to have a shower. I have to take a shower every time. Each time I go, I have to take a shower. Like, clothes off, water on, I'm there. And I don't go to the bathroom in public places. So I will hold it until I actually reach home. Like, I've almost reached near death quite a few times trying to hold it in because I just have a pet peeve. I have a pet peeve about going to the bathroom in public places and, you know,
James
spreading my
James
essence.
brought up a very valid point and also a different topic. But he said you gotta go through something so you know it's real. When my wife slept in a car with me in the cold, we had no place to go, but separately we didn't want to leave each other. That's when I knew.
He said it. Something tragic or traumatic has to happen to solidify it.
Technically, she had nowhere to go either.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like she could leave.
But what if she could? But he said that they didn't want to sleep separately. So that means that she had options.
Her own space. She obviously was staying with someone else.
Yeah, she had her own options. Like, maybe she could have went home to her family, but they said y'all can't sleep together. Like, he can't stay here, but you can. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's some real shit.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Bobby and Whitney shit.
Yeah,
it is some Bobby and Whitney. Now that I think about it, like, what's your thing? Like, what's the most something that represents a situation that you went through that kind of solidified the relationship for you?
Alright, well, just recently I lost my best friend.
I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
had an accident where I almost died recently.
Well, damn.
I lost my apartment, I lost my dog. Like, I was down and out. And then I met my girl and she like fixed me. So like, even though like she didn't know it, off rip, I already knew like, yo, I'm gonna just stay with you. I have no choice. Like you helped me get through some shit that I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get through. And then in turn, you know, she has her fair share of issues too. That as she was fixing me, I was realizing that she had her problems.
Yeah.
So it's like co-balanced each other.
Yeah, it's got to be that. Like that's one of the things when it comes to a relationship, especially, you know, being able to have each other's back, and that's what it's all about. But you got the mentality, the structure of how some people see relationships. It gets in the way. They miss this point that there has to be something. There has to be a substance of something that happens before you can really, yeah. But you got so many people that's, you know, they don't want to get beyond that point. Everything is really kind of, you know, this is the grace period. And if we, and I was saying earlier, I do have a timeline, but my timeline is growth. So if I don't see a production of growth within a certain period of time, after that point, it's like you either continue in hopes that something is going to change or you change it. It's just a personal preference. Like, you need to be able to make choices without the dependency of what someone else is going to do in order to figure out what that choice is going to be. So if we're in a relationship and we've had discussions about how I see us in the future, after 6 months, for me, it's serious, so after 6 months, I'm looking for a ring. I'm looking for some kind of stability. I'm saying if we would have a dialogue, we would have conversation. I'm not saying 6 months is too short a time personally that I feel engagement, but I'm just using it as an example. So if we've talked about, okay, after 6 months, this should be enough to say whether or not it's worth.
Hide that from people.
Huh?
You said you hide that from people.
No.
Like, yo, what are you looking for?
Right.
This is what I look for in a man. I want to let you know that within 6 months, if I don't see any type of progression within us,
I'm a straight shooter. Like, I let it be known, this is how I feel, this is what it is.
Tremendous pressure on a person.
No.
But then you feel obligated to always meet your standards.
No. And this is why I don't verbally express a time period. Because if you're dragging your feet and you know that this is what I want, but you're not ready for it, I don't want you to feel obligated to give it to me just for the sake of. I want whatever you do for me, I need it to be genuine. If you know that I am a committed woman and I'm with you and I'm not dealing with nobody else and I'm putting all my time and effort into you and building us, after a year or 2 years, I'm not asking much from you to commit yourself to me in a way that makes me feel secure, like you're not going nowhere. It's an investment of time. But I'm not one of those women who's going to constantly give you ultimatums. Oh, if you don't propose to me in 2 years, it's over. Because this is what women do. This is how they get in their way. Oh, if you don't decide what you want to do within 6 months, it's over.
Well,
I feel like there needs to be a dialogue. There needs to be a discussion. But you have to have a personal standard within yourself. Say, okay, I can either give him time to and this is the other reason why I don't discuss it. If he gets past a certain point and I say, well, you know what, maybe, and you say to me, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, maybe I might extend this a little bit. I might feel a little bit differently about it. And okay, I can see where this goes, but there has to be something. There has to be a dialogue. And it also has to be a personal standard.
There was a video of a young lady that she was with a guy for 10 years, and in the midst of the 10 years they had a baby together, but for the first 5 years she kept talking to him saying, when was she going to have a baby by this guy, this, that, and the third. And he kept saying, when my finances are done, when this is in order, this, that, and the third. by the 6 years, she said they broke up or whatever, but they got back together within 3 months. She said, when are we going to get a ring? He said, give me two years and I'll straighten it out. And it turned around. Pretty much to sum up the long story short, he never wound up proposing. They wound up breaking up. But he met a girl within 5 months and he wound up getting married. And I think the thing was, she was like, I'm not mad because what's meant for you will always be meant for you. What will be for you is for you. I just think the theory is that men know what they want to step up for in their head. Like, they already have a mental idea of what they want to step up for a relationship. So you can have a timeline. Y'all could be together for 5 years, but if you're not seeing it go anywhere, then what's the true purpose of it staying together?
There has to be some growth.
What I'm saying?
There has to be growth.
So he has to be able to let you have to be able to see that he wants to be that man for you. And if that's not what you're seeing, then it's easier to let that go than to just sit there and be with somebody and say, I'm with him because I invested all of this time. You're going to be very mad at yourself because you're just with him because you invested all this time.
I'm just being comfortable. I say that a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of
it
relationships
is.
are just comfortable with them, and I'm afraid to not see that person next to me no more.
Right.
Well, see, here's the other thing, too. Here's the second portion of that. In most relationships, men will only do what's required. So if this is allowed, if they didn't have a discussion, because I've dealt with couples on this level where it's like, well, I was ready to get married and he wasn't. Dialogue never happened. There was never a discussion. But if he keeps going and saying, oh well, just give me a few more months, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll give you a few more months.
Keep happening.
It's going to continue to happen. Okay, listen. You told me to give you a few months. I'm giving you a few months. You have to be more specific. Where do you see this relationship going? Do you even want to marry me? Do you want to be with me? Do you see us as a family? Does that scare you? You have to know what questions to ask and know, from those answers, if it's enough in you to allow it to advance to the next way. Because in most cases, when he gets with that next woman, she's going to lay out on the table everything. Listen, I've been in a relationship for 5 years. I dealt with a man that did not want to be with me. My timeline is after a year. If after a year we're not together, we're not married, there's no growth in our relationship, there's no need for us to be together. You can't do me no good. I can't do you no good. If we're going to grow, we're going to grow together as a couple, and we're going to move forward from there. It's laid out on the table. A standard is set. Either you're going to meet the bar or you're not. Period.
Cassie said Jazz got wifed up and said not again. Yep. I said never again.
So, on that note, you guys are not going to believe it, but it is time to be out. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, for being a part of the action. I forgot to send a notice out, so I'm enthused that you guys even stopped by. But it is that time again. It is hump day is over. Hump day is my favorite day. It's over and we're out of here. So looking to see you guys next week around 10ish, maybe like 10:10, 10:15. It's 10 o'clock. It don't work. Until then, wishing you chocolate covered dreams and the sweetest, most erotic fantasies with no filter, no guilt, just plays. You guys are the best. I will see you next week.